This was a shocking move that, while it is pretty shocking, it's not entirely surprising. Just yesterday, though, General Manager John Lynch told KNBR Radio in San Francisco that Lance was likely to stay with the team. But as you mentioned, Eric, the 49ers traded 3 first-round picks to move up in 2021 to take Lance with the 3rd overall pick in that draft. In the end, Lance started a grand total of 4 games in 2 years for the Niners. Of course, last year his season was cut short with an ankle injury that he suffered on the 2nd drive of the 2nd game of the season. His future with the team came in doubt later in the season when Brock Purdy took over after Jimmy Garoppolo went down with injury and led San Francisco to the NFC Championship game and really cemented his role as the starting quarterback. Now, Lance, as he goes to Dallas, he's going to be a backup there for Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, solidly the starting quarterback for the Cowboys, but he's had some injuries as well. Last year, he missed how many? 5 games with a thumb injury toward the start of the season. And then back in 2020, he had that devastating ankle injury and ended up missing, I think, the final 10 games of that season. So you're always one play away when you're a backup. And you saw Niners had to go through 4
Look
quarterbacks
at what happened
last year.
Well, this is why Trey Lance is getting bounced, essentially, because of what happened in San Francisco.
Yeah, but it's surprising to me because, I mean, they needed all 4 quarterbacks last year.
Right.
You want some depth in that room financially. It frees up cap space later on, but it seems like an epic failure to give up 3 first-round draft picks to take him for a guy that started 4 games.
Yeah, and I also, wasn't there a point last season because of all the injuries where there was talk of Christian McCaffrey playing quarterback?
Because he's the emergency backup quarterback, and because of how bad the situation got in the NFC Championship game, the NFL changed the rules so that way you can have a designated emergency backup quarterback, so that way you can have a legitimately competitive game, because what happened against the Eagles last year was just a joke. But Trey Lance is such a question mark because he didn't get to play his last year at college because of COVID. So he only played 1 game.
Wow.
So he hasn't played legitimate competitive football for an extended period of time since like his sophomore, freshman season at North Dakota State. Not even playing FBS, playing FCS level competition. So he's such a question mark, and the Cowboys, or the Niners rather, feel like they know definitively what they have in Brock Purdy. I personally would have gone with Purdy as the starter. I don't know if I would have traded Lance away, especially when you
gave up all of that for him. It just reminds me of when the Seahawks back in the day paid all that money for Matt Flynn only to start Russell Wilson. It was like, whoopsie, we just spent a lot of that money.
But it worked out for the Seahawks.
Yeah, it was
with Wilson, and Niners are certainly hoping it works out with Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy.
Yeah. All right, Chris, thank you.
Yeah.